Gemelis for the first time. So what's the pronunciation of your name? Gemelis, Gemalis?
There are many noise over here.
Oh, she left. Okay.
There are many noise over here. They turn it off the microphone. Try to the be silence to understand well.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe it's in Astrid's house. Astrid, can you turn your microphone off for a minute?
Okay, yes, yes.
Yeah, it was in her house. Okay, don't worry. Okay, it's okay. Okay, guys. So tonight we are going to work with CAE Part 3 and Part 4. So I'm going to share the screen with you. Let me show it to you. I'm going to show you the lesson plan we have for tonight. Okay. So now, as you can see on the screen, we have the lesson plan. Okay. And this is going to be for Part 3 and 4. So basically what I'm going to ask right now to you is if you watched the two videos that we were supposed to watch before this class takes place. Okay, and those two videos are about part 3 and part 4 of the CAE. Okay, so whoever wants to start, thank you so much. This is the moment. So please, can you share with the rest of the class what you observed or what you watched on the two videos? Okay, thank you. Please start.
About the video for part two. This is class two videos.
Yeah, the two videos. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, the video, yeah, excellent. I saw the videos with the wonderful, the parts and the one of the tutor and give it the tips about the bobcat or interview and the practice yourself see if you know how someone talking about the one question had the five parts and the hair dry. The question is about the why it's important that the people live without seeing without their cell phone without the hair dry. We have so in the activities is it describe or talking about this is power important. Agree or disagree, and they give you the tips about this and when the US do practical interview another person or debate another person, you have to watch in the on the face, watch it on the eyes, watch on each other they can they concentrate and debate and try to they're looking for most information on different topics and the BBC One they give a sample BBC One talking about the politics the finance economy and nature and animals a different topic they try to learn on the different topic and another coaching interviews is two-person and it's talking about the two questions the teacher made two questions and really is a quick assign about quick assign. He is speaking really very fast. Talking about radio and a radio between Library in internet about Library. And then the finally the video this one student Sebastian I told Sebastian had the one error into the wrong and you're talking about the library in radio is in the school for me is a video teaching very much because the coaching or tutor he said no don't worry about it incorrect and give you a feedback about this situation.
Okay, Carlos, thank you. Yeah, you're right. The videos are about those two options. Okay, in the first part, as you mentioned it, there are some some pictures or some images, and
Yeah.
in those images you have different options, and you need to talk about those options. And on the second video, you're right, there were three people, a tutor and two students, and they were talking. So that's going to be what we are going to do tonight. So it's very interesting. It's a little bit difficult, but it's the way it is. So yes, thank you so much. Okay, Astrid, did you watch the videos? Oh, we lost Astrid. Okay. Okay, Manuela, did you watch the videos?
Yes, tutor. I see you the video. Okay, the first video talk the well, talk part three,
Okay.
the exam CAE. The first part is the last 4 minutes and talk about what we are going to work together with my partners or students and made up of group of three. The examiner will explain the task. Um, okay, where they talk for 2 minutes about the following topic. The question is not remember um, why would some people find things difficult to live with you out?
Okay.
Option here are TV, mobile phone, well, among others, not remember. The second part is less 3 minutes where you will talk with your partner, um, help your partner. Okay. Now, listen to partner and be focused on what he says. Um, do not spend too much time on each message. How do you say mensaje? Message?
Well, you have two options. If it's singular, you say message, and if it's
Message.
plural, you say messages.
Message. Okay. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay. And listen to partner. Yeah. Okay. This very important and necessary, but without letting expand a lot. The third part talks about common mistakes. The
Okay.
number one tax is incomplete. The number two English is basic. For that gives examples that tell a student to read news articles and any topic, and they need to build vocabulary in different areas because you need to know some word they supported the topic. The second video speak about part 4. According to what I understood is that they were performing the exam as such and develop each part of the previous video. This type of question is not the style of Cambridge. The main team was listening to the radio is only for all people, and each student, Tim or Sebastian, gave his point of views against the subject and responding fast and clearly. In I don't understand it a lot because they spoke very fast, and Its English is very advanced, and I consider that I have basic or intermediate English.
Okay, don't worry. In my opinion, it was good, you know. And you don't have a basic English. You have more than basic. You have an intermediate, and maybe with a little more practice and more effort, you will have an advanced English in a not so like distant future. So don't worry, you are doing a good job. Okay,
Yes.
so this is the first time that we have. I don't know the pronunciation of the name, so can you please introduce yourself to the rest of the class? I would say Jimalis, or I'm not sure about the pronunciation. So can you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Gemalis Joana Cordova Navarro. I'm from Turbo, Antioquia. I'm 25 years old. Um, I I am teacher um, of primary education. Um, I'm in the first five semester of bachelor degree for English. Um, it's all about me for now.
Okay, Gemalis, thank you so much. Okay, guys, so what we are doing right now is just to give our opinion about the two videos that we were supposed to watch before the class. So if you want to participate, please do it, but we need to be very quick, very precise, because we need to continue. We need to move on with the class. So Astrid or Gemalis or maybe Ronald, if you want to mention something about the two videos, this is the moment.
Okay, teacher, how are
Okay,
you?
Ronald. Hey, I'm fine, thank you. I just saw that you are drinking your coffee, no?
Always, always.
Okay, that's
Well,
good.
teacher, according with the first video, it has three parts. The first one was what happened. In this part, the tutor or Paul said that the exam is going to explain the tasks to each one of us. Also, he says that the idea is talk with our partners. Other important aspect that I can hear was that the task is divided in one central question and five options of this area. The question is, why would some people find these things difficult to live without? The option were a hair dryer, credit card, television, uh, mobile phone, and car. The second part is sound natural, gossip around the coffee. Uh, and this is composed by we should speak about aspect about if we are in agree or disagree with others. We should listen our partners and helping them. Also, we should say a couple of sentences about the topics. Um Also, be direct. We should be direct and don't spend time. Um, and the final step for this video is common mistakes. We should practice constantly in different areas and don't stop our learning. Practicing more and more. Have a constant practice if we want to improve our learning.
Okay, Ronald, thank you. That was good. Okay, guys, and for the rest, do you want to participate? Hemalis, did you watch the video? The two videos that we were supposed to watch before the class?
No, teacher, hear it.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, in a street.
I don't hear it. I didn't hear. Also.
Okay, how Hemalis, can you please turn off your microphone, please?
Teacher, esto, you hear me? Teacher, I see you because I don't give the teacher don't give me the link about these videos, but according to I have listened the other partners. In the video I say the same. Examples, many advice for this part 3 and 4. For example, we need to talk with partners about the you need to demonstrate your advanced language and maybe it's important to respond in polite way. It's, the speaker says is very careful um, when you disagree with other partners, because the idea is respectful the other opinion. It's
Okay.
about that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are going to continue, guys. Please, Hemalis, I need you to please, maybe using the Skype, I need you to please share with me your email, your telephone number, and your identification number. Okay, I need that information. So please, as soon as we finish, please send that
Okay.
information using the Skype.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, now we are going to continue. So as you can see on the screen that we have here, I am sharing with you the lesson plan we have for this class. Okay, and the first part is going to be related to CAE part 3. Okay, so if you watch the videos, we have two parts, part 3 and part 4, and those are the ones we are going to work with tonight. So let's start with part 3, all right? So I'm going to stop this part of the screen, and I'm going to share with you part 3, which is the one we are going to work with in the beginning of this part of the session. Okay, good. Now let me share it with you. Okay, so can you see the picture on the screen? Yes, no problem?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thumbs up, very good. Okay, so this is very similar to the one you saw on the video. So Carlos mentioned it and Ronald mentioned it and Manuela mentioned it as well, that you saw a picture on the first video, and that picture has like 5 options with a teacher who was like explaining how to answer these questions. So as you can see, we have a central question and we have 5 options, okay? So in this first part, we are going to work in pairs. So it's going to be groups of 2 people. We are 5 people here. So it means that one of you is going to work with me and the other 4 people are going to work together. Okay? Now, the strategy that we are going to use is this. We are going to answer maybe 2 or 3 of the options that we have there. And the other person, because we are 2 people in the group, the other person is going to, if you can take notes. Maybe if you have a notebook or if you have your computer, the idea for you is to write some information that the other person is saying. And then when the 2 minutes for that person finishes, you start your participation, okay? And you are going to agree or disagree with the other person. So let's have an example, okay? I need one person to be my partner. I need one volunteer to work with me for the example, no more.
Yes, okay.
Okay,
Start.
Carlos, good. Okay, so the question is, how difficult might it be for people to make these hopes and dreams come true? That's the question. Okay. So, do you have any questions about the words, or are they good for you?
Is good, good for me.
Okay, good. So this question is about dreams and about things you want in the future, okay? And make those things and dreams come true, okay? Make those things to be real in your life in the future. So we have five options, okay? One is buying a house, the other one is traveling to the moon, the other one is getting a car, becoming a sports star, and finally visiting foreign countries. So I'm going to talk about traveling to the moon. All right. So
Yeah,
Carlos,
all
this is my
right.
opinion. Okay. So in my opinion, it's going to be very difficult for people to travel to the moon because the only people who can go to the moon right now is the NASA, or maybe some people from Russia, or maybe some people from Japan. But from the rest of the people of the world, people from Colombia, people from South America, it's going to be impossible because they will have, or they will need to have a lot of money if they would want to go to the moon, because that's very expensive. It's not like going from Bogota to Medellin or going from Bogota to Santa Marta. It's a lot of kilometers and it's going to be very, very, very difficult. So that's my opinion.
Yes,
What do you think?
yeah, yeah. You are right. Totally, you are right because it's very complicated. The person to travel on the moon is very expensive to go there because the NASA is the important country. They have the baggage for to go there. It's very difficult for the Colombians or here to travel in through Colombia by bus or do the try to go to another country, but the person travel out of the country. The person in Colombia or the other country in South America try to travel and no, we had to travel United States or the China or Russia or the country. Yeah, the people is very poor here, not got enough money or to try or travel here to Colombia. So no got a money, enough money to travel the moon. It's very complicated. I do have reason about it.
Okay, so that's basically what we are going to do. Thank you so much, Carlos. We are going to do it that way, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes on the clock to answer the question, one of you, and then the other person will agree or disagree and will say why. And also, we'll have 2 minutes on the clock. So, is that okay? No problem? Thumbs up? Okay, thank you, Ronald. Thumbs up. Okay, so remember 2 minutes on the clock. So, I need two people to start. So, who want to start? Volunteers?
Volunteer.
Okay, Carlos and Ronald.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay. So remember, 2 minutes for one of you, then 2 minutes for the other one. Okay. Remember that you need to say if you agree or disagree with the other person. Okay. So the question is for Ronald. Sorry, the question is for Carlos. And Ronald, you are going to agree or disagree. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
teacher.
So let's do it. Okay, Ronald. Sorry, Carlos. So you know the question. Okay. But in this case,
The
please,
question
you need to talk about
and
how
this in this
difficult might be for people to make these hopes and dreams come true. Please, can you talk about buying a house? Okay, go.
the by now. Yeah, yeah, start. Ronald, my opinion about the buy a house in the future right now in Colombia, for me, sometimes it's very complicated, but many Colombian here now have the good job or the good financial and invest in the house. The house is very expensive right now. There are many neighborhoods are very unsafety and dangerous in there. If you go to there and the buy houses are very expensive right now, there are many buildings and apartments or flat It really is it's very tight, or it's very it's just the little apartment is really is very expensive. No, the government or financial or support you and they buy the apartment. What are you thinking about is how to try to buy the apartment or house, Ronald?
Well, yeah, okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Please, Ronald. Okay, hey, Carlos, can you answer also about getting a car?
Get in a car? No, buy a house. No,
Yeah,
thank you.
I know, but can you please answer the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
question about getting a car?
Getting a car as well.
Yeah, very quick.
Getting a car. Yeah, yeah, pretty good. Yeah. Um, um, Moreover, they getting car in Colombia. Really, for me, it's very expensive because the custom how count too many cars in Colombia. It's a car is very bad for me. It's car. The high level the car is very expensive to go the concessionarios. The soil is very expensive, the road is very expensive, the gas is very expensive. Then there are no street way by the cars. It's complicated. You have to get the you have to must pay the garage. You have to pay the mechanic, the part of cars is very expensive for me. It really
Okay,
is very
okay, time
tough.
on the
What are you
clock.
thinking about this?
2 minutes. Okay,
Yeah,
what do you think? Okay, Ronald, go.
what are you thinking about?
Okay. Hello, Ariane. What I consider in the first question, I'm with you because um, buying buy a house is so expensive. People don't have the possibilities to buy because the government don't have the don't financial these projects, and the houses per day are more expensive. Are the teacher? How do you say propiedades in English? In English,
Well, if I'm not wrong, you can say the real estate.
the real estate. Thank
Yeah.
you, teacher. Well, the real estate is day to day more expensive, and we don't have the opportunity or the possibility or the possibility to buy a, a house. Sorry. With the second question, getting a car. Well, I am agree and disagree with you because uh, sometimes it's easy. It's according with your uh, earning, and it's according with the level that mm, money that you perceive or you receive every month. Well, I disagree with you. I agree with you because I consider sometimes is difficult for some people can acquire these products because many times we need to pay taxes, for example the SOAT, like you say. um, what more, the
Okay,
the
time on the
petrol
clock.
the petrol today is so expensive too. Okay,
Okay,
teacher.
Ronald. Okay,
Thank you.
time. Okay, thank you. That was good. Okay, guys, thank you. So now we need two more volunteers, all right? So, in my opinion, Gemalis, would you like to work with Manuela?
Yes, teacher, I want to do.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So remember, I'm going to give you, each one of you, 2 minutes, all right? So the first question is for Gemalis, and then Manuela is going to agree or disagree, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and remember, you have 2 minutes. Each one of you, 2 minutes. Okay, so for Gemalis, So how difficult might it be for people to make these hopes and dreams come true? So in this case, is becoming a sports star. Okay, go.
Okay, teacher, I think that is so difficult because the people don't have a long time or much time, uh, many time for to do other things different to your work. The people have responsibilities like your sons, your children, your house, your home. Um, them because it's necessary more will, more force. Uh, the people need to do or to do uh, a habit or a custom. I think that uh, no, there is not or there are not many places for to do sport. It's necessary that there is more places um, in your around you. Mm, it's difficult because the people is thinking in other things, in others things. The
Okay,
people.
time time on the clock. 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, Gemalis, thank you so much. Okay, Manuela, so what do you think? You agree or disagree? Okay, Gemalis, can you please turn off your microphone?
Okay, I am disagrees with you, Hemalis, because become a star is easy, in my opinion. Is not difficult. I think that everyone today can be. There are several reality shows that help. For example, in television, the show in Spanish, yo me llamo, otro nivel,
Oh, I'm
among
sorry.
others.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's not to become a pop star. It's to become a sport
Okay,
star.
okay. Uh, but well, because I think the the opportunities or sí, the opportunities or alternatives the today is more easy. Um, it's not necessary to have leverage or how do you say in English? No, palanca. Or
Well, you can say something like it's not necessary to have the support
the
or
support or
money
help.
or okay.
Okay. I think I believe that technologies helps. Mm, in my opinion, not is difficult. Is I have well, I have I have voluntad, voluntary, voluntary.
No, it's the will. I have the will. It's
Ah,
like
I
will
have
for
the
the
will.
future.
Ah,
Okay.
okay, okay,
Okay. So it's time. Thank you.
okay.
Okay. So thank you so much for you too. Okay. So Astrid, we are going to finish.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes. I'm going to say something very crazy about one of those things over there, and you need to agree or disagree with me, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, 2 minutes on the clock. Okay. So for me, visiting foreign countries is very easy because the only thing you need to do is to talk to a friend so that friend can give you some money, and that way you can travel to Europe, you can travel to Japan, you can travel to the United States. Or if you don't have friends, you just need to go to a bank, maybe to Colombia or BBVA, and there you just need to ask for money, and those people are going to give you money immediately, and that way you can travel to wherever you want to go. That's my opinion. What do you think, Astrid?
I agree with you
You agree with me?
because yeah, because for visiting a foreign countries is just is necessary to go, and currently there are many ways. For example, you could earn scholarships, you travel to you can visit, for example, countries in South America. Maybe the most important in this way to just guard that, because you say it, maybe you give the money, or it's not necessary to pay a hotel. But this is my point of view about that.
Okay, Astrid, maybe you can turn your camera off, and that way the maybe the flow of the conversation is going to be better, because from time to time it got freezed, so I
Ah,
couldn't listen to you.
okay.
Okay, don't worry, but it was okay. I thought you were going to say that I was crazy because I was saying that it was very easy to get money from your parents or from a friend. But you're right, maybe you can get a scholarship and that way you can travel abroad. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, guys, so we are going to finish with the final part, which is part four. I'm going to stop this and I'm going to share part four with you. So in part four, we are going to use more time, okay, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult, so I hope we can do a good job in this part. So I'm going to share the screen with you. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, we have part four. Okay, and in part four we have the following questions. In what ways can training change people's attitudes in the workplace? Some people think that school does not train young people adequately for the world of work today. Do you agree? Which is more important to teach people, a sense of team spirit or individual initiative? Why? How difficult is it for young people to find jobs nowadays in your country? Why? What can be done to create jobs for young people? Okay, so those are the questions we have. So we are going to work in pairs again, but in this time, I'm going to ask the first question. Okay, one of the two people is going to answer, and then just you two, the two people in the group, are going to continue with the conversation using the questions that you can see on the screen. Okay, but I want you please to use some expressions, for example, like, okay, let's say that we have Luis and we have Jorge, and maybe Jorge just finishes his answer and he says something like, hey Luis, so what do you think about my answer, or what is your opinion about my answer, or what is your point of view about the things that I said? And that way we are going to continue with the conversation. So is that clear? Is that okay for you?
Yes, coach.
Okay, good. So now in this case we are 5 students, 1 teacher. So we are going to work in pairs, and we are going to use just maybe 5 minutes or 4 minutes because we don't have more time. So I'm going to start with Ronald, okay? So Ronald, ready?
Okay, teacher, I'm ready.
Okay, and we are going to use just 3 minutes on the clock because we don't have more time.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so remember, I'm going to ask the first question, then you answer, and then we continue with the conversation, okay? Using the questions.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so in what ways can training change people's attitudes in the workplace?
Well, people can change their attitudes in the workplace mm, in a good way, in a big way, because is when people are training, we can know that each one of them can improve their abilities, can improve their specific work and their specific activities. Uh, well, what more about?
Yeah, don't worry, that's okay. Now you can say something like, okay, teacher, so what is your opinion about the same, or what do you think about? This is the moment to continue with the conversation.
Okay, teacher, what do you think about my answer to this question?
Well, so Ronald, I believe that you are right. When people have training, when people have maybe a person who work with them and who teach and who train them, people change and people start doing things in a better way. People start doing things correctly. So, in my opinion, training is very important if you want that the workers or the people that work in a place can improve. That's my opinion. So, Ronald, some people think that school does not train young people adequately for the work of work today. Do you agree?
And give me some people think that school does not train young people adequately for the world of work today. And well, I think that I am agree with this question because I consider that many times the institutions or the schools don't doesn't have or don't have the adequately level of teaching. Today, nowadays you can see that people or the students don't uh, sorry aren't prepared in a good way and don't have the competence to the world of work today. This is my opinion. What do you think about my answer, teacher?
Okay, so we have 3 minutes on the clock, but I want to say my opinion, so I'm going to use 1 minute. Okay, Ronald, so I believe that you are right, but not 100%, because yeah, you're right. Many schools today are not working properly. They are not teaching what they should teach. And that's the reason why we have some kids out there who are not prepared for the work, for the world of work. But I think that in that sense, there are all other schools that are working to have a better training, a better vocational part for kids. So maybe we are improving in that way. It's not the best, but somehow it's better than maybe 10 or 15 years in the past. That's my opinion.
Okay. Yes, yes. According with your opinion, I consider that is okay too because there nor nor aren't all institution, all the schools. There are some of them that don't have the level that people require, people need.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So now we need to continue. So we need 2 more people. So who wants to continue? Who wants to continue? Sorry. Okay, no volunteers. All right, so let me do it for you. Manuela, okay. Astrid? Or Manuela and Carlos? Manuela and
The
Carlos. Okay, guys. So ready?
ready.
Carlos, ready?
the
Wait.
Yeah,
the first question or
No,
second
no, no,
question?
wait. I'm going to ask the first question and then you continue, all right? You too. Okay, so first question.
Second?
So, guys, in what ways can training change people's attitudes in the workplace?
Ah, okay. Okay. I think the question. No, I'm sorry. I think the second question.
Hey,
No,
Carlos,
no,
can you
continue.
answer the first question?
Yes, the
another
second.
question or the same question?
The
The
first question.
second.
No, the first.
The same
The
question.
first.
The first question.
No.
Carlos, the first.
Yeah, well, just for me, the first question then we need to try and implement the person and explain this the first explain the people in the work and try to give it the good the guy with the attendant the persons and try to that give you advice and the don't have this had stress the good attitude in workplace and the accommodate or ubicate the person and the workplace do what to do want to work and try to the give you the good advice and training and to guide and to support the person and this display in the workplace. Are you thinking about this? Uh, what's your name? Gemma? Manuela.
Manuela.
Okay. I think I agree. Disagree. I, I agree. Uh, I believe education is important because anywhere or any workplace, not only at work, it's necessary to have values. How do you say
Well,
valores?
values.
Value.
Values.
Values.
Okay. Values. The formation or education is important. Is very important in the attitudes with the
Actu-
people. I don't know. I am. Pues,
Okay, so we have the 3 minutes on the clock. Thank you, guys. Okay, we are going to finish with Astrid and with Hemadis, all right?
Okay.
Okay, ladies.
Yeah.
So, same question. In what ways can training change people's attitudes in the workplace? Okay, go.
You or I?
Go, Hemadis.
Okay. I think that training changes attitudes, people's attitudes in a good way because the people have time for to see in others' ideas and to share other ways to do your job, to know others' worker and share um, ideas, a way to do your tax. Um, um, is a way to increase your abilities or skills um, is a way to show yourself or himself uh, to the world of job of work. Um, I think that is a way to be fresh, um, to renew, to renew. Um, is a good activity for every worker. I think that.
Okay, Himalis, now remember to ask something like, hey, Astrid, so what do you think about my opinion?
Okay, Astrid, what do you think about my opinion? Are you agree or disagree?
I totally agree. That is a good point. Because when the people receive training in your work, the people can contribute in the company. Maybe feel comfortable with the work, and in this way they improve the helps to improve the process in the work. But another point is the when people receive training, it has it helps to join the employers, and maybe it's comfortable for all.
Okay, okay, thank you. So I have some suggestions very quick because it's about 10 p.m. So remember that sometimes when we are saying something like, okay, I'm going to switch to Spanish for just 20 seconds. So for example, you're saying something like, y cuando se trata de la casa de ellos. So in English, sometimes you say something like, okay, so it's about your house. But the expression is not about your house, it's about their house, or it's about his house, or it's about her house. So you need to use the possessive adjectives correctly. So sometimes we just say your house, your car, but the
Yes,
proper or the correct word is her house, his house, their house. So remember that part because sometimes some of you five here, you don't use the correct word, okay? But it's just that. Okay, guys, so I want you to please be prepared because this week you are supposed to have the collaborative work on debates. So according to the tutor, you are supposed to choose one of the options, choose one of the schedules that are available for the week. So remember to have a very good participation that day and to be prepared, okay?
Yes, thank you, teacher.
Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so for tonight, I'm going to say goodbye and thank you so much for being here. Okay, so I will see you in 8 days. Okay.
Teacher,
Okay.
and
Okay,
Goodbye.
teacher,
teacher.
I'm
it is
I
up
sorry.
to
have a
12.
question.
Yeah, you
It
have a
is up to
question, Carlos?
12. It is up to 12. It is up to 12 the schedule. They choose the this is debate.
Oh, sorry, I didn't pay attention. Could you repeat?
It is up to 12. It is up to 12 the last schedule to choose the debate.
Well, I'm
Debate.
not sure. For example, my schedule is on Thursdays from 6 to, oh no, from 7 to 8:30, and then from 8:30 to 10. And the other
Yeah.
schedule that I have is on Fridays from 7 to 8:30. That's my schedule. But there are some other
I
teachers that they have different
I
schedules.
will I would like to choose I would like to choose this for my work. So that's like
Okay.
for me
Yeah.
this is
And
the
also,
issue.
I'm not sure, but I guess we are going to have our class next Monday. Next Monday is a holiday.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
my
Okay.
question.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask the tutor Liliana, And as soon as she confirms, I'm going to send a message via Skype or maybe via email. So I can tell you, hey guys, we have the class on Monday. It doesn't matter because it is a holiday, but we have the class. Or maybe we don't have the class. I'm going to ask, okay?
Yeah.
But in
Okay.
my
Okay,
opinion,
teacher.
we are going to have the
We'll
class.
stay at 10. Thank you, teacher, for
Okay,
the
guys, have a good night.
information.
Goodbye.
Have a good night, teacher.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
You
Bye.
too.
Also,